Good evening, folks. Welcome to Sonofdel's Christmas Vlogmas Day 19. It is now 5:05 and only 6 more days to Christmas. Unbelievable, isn't it, how quick it goes? Today, we've got the unboxings. Obviously, the Zavi? No, not the Zavi. Although it did come from Zavi. The Nightmare Before Christmas Advent Calendar, and it's not as freaky a character as yesterday. Also, the Harry Potter unboxing, which is a character that looks similar to the guy from yesterday, but it wasn't him. Intrigued. The dog, a decent one today. She just literally wanted to talk for every single thing we gave her as a treat, so that's on there. I'll be showing you a bit more in-depth footage of the items I had yesterday out of the box, so you can see them in a bit more detail. The camera's a bit jumpy, but that's because of me, because I'm not very good at holding the camera steady. Also, I'll be talking about my day, and maybe chuck a poem in at the end. I'm not quite sure yet. All depends. Coming up, the Advent calendars. Oh, is it treat time?
Yeah, tail going. Tail going. Let's find your door.
Let's find out where it is.
Let's find your door. 19. What's that?
Oh, it's Little Bones. I think it's the Little Bones. It's one of your favourites. It's one of Matthew's favourites because he'll get to hear you talk more than once. Let me find the edge first.
Oh, is it treats chest?
That's all, it's dreadful.
There.
Yeah, there you go. Is it the bones? It is! That tail going. Sit! I want one. Oh, go. I'm not even having to ask it today. You are in a talkative mood, aren't you? One more for me and then the last one for your mum. Not literally, she's going to give it you, not eat it herself. Are you sure? Can I pull? Talk, have the other one. Can I have that one? Thanks. Thanks. I want one. Good. We had a silent one at the end there, didn't we?
That was always silent.
Was there no energy in that one, mate? And guess what?
Oh, someone's distracted her.
One left. Who's that?
Tell me. I want one. Good girl. Can you paw? Paw? Good girl. Other one. Good girl. Oh, need to look out my hand. There you go. Good girl. That's Tony.
All gone.
Good girl.
Oh, gone. Was that nice? Hey, you were in a talkative one this morning, weren't you? Can I paw? Can I still have a paw now, even though they've gone? No, I didn't think I could.
No. And
oops. And in the usual place.
she says, you move the settee, I can smell something.
I don't.
Why? Because he was fringe and dog.
Good girl.
She's wearing a fringe.
Yeah. Morning, folks. Day 19 of the Funko Pop calendar. And yesterday's character, the Harlequin Demon, got a fair few comments about how weird and strange it was. Can we beat that today, I wonder? Ooh. Come on and get my finger in the door. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, it's a small character, this one is. Yeah, that Harlequin Demon, I said that would have looked really, really good in a horror film. This one is a tiny one. Oh!
What's the Oogie Boogie?
It's Oogie Boogie, Hessian.
He's wearing a Hessian sack.
You're wearing a Hessian sack. You only mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah.
Oogie Boogie in a Hessian sack, and I think actually it looks rather cool like that rather than green. It looks rather cool like that. And that is in door 19 of the Nightmare Before Christmas Pocket Pop calendar, Oogie Boogie in a Hessian sack. So, day 19 on the Harry Potter calendar. Yesterday was Cedric Diggory, D-I-G-G-O-R-Y. I got the spelling wrong. Who do you reckon today, Deb, if you had to have a guess?
We haven't had a Marnie yet.
We haven't had a Marnie. I can't think of any we haven't had, actually.
There's a couple of teachers we haven't had.
It ain't a Hermione. In fact, it looks very similar to the one from yesterday. Very similar to the one from yesterday. I think he's just got a different photo this time. In fact, go on, Deb.
It's not Diggory.
No.
He's got different hair.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Not sure of that one?
No.
Are we a bit unsure? An unsure one. And that is in day 19 of the Harry Potter Pocket Pop calendar. Yeah, as you saw there, Oogie Boogie was actually in the Hessian sack, which is what I'm used to seeing him in on the game Disney Magic Kingdoms. I'd never seen the green incarnation of him at all, so Deb actually likes the Hessian version of him as well. He does look quite cool. I've got a feeling that might be sitting on the cupboard as well. And yet I thought Neville Longbottom, as his name is, I thought he looked a bit like the guy from yesterday, Cedric Diggory. Obviously they got the same black sort of robe on with the shirt and all that guff, and I just thought it was the same person at first, but Deb collared it straight away and said no, he's got a different haircut, and he had. She was spot on. But yeah, that were the first two. Like I say, them were the ones from the advent calendars. I've got a little bit of a video in a minute actually, just to show you why I picked the advent calendars I did, and just explain about them, because obviously I haven't explained, 1, where I got them from, 2, who they're for, and 3, why. So there's a little video coming up right now. The advent calendars I'm showing you are mine, which is that one there, the Nightmare Before Christmas mini Funko Pop advent calendar, and Deb's, which is the Harry Potter mini Funko Pop advent calendar. And the beauty of them is, if I can just open one up for you, each one has got obviously 24 doors like you would in an advent calendar, but each one contains, I'll just show you briefly, a figure from each of the different programs. As you can see, he's from Nightmare Before Christmas. I have to pick the weird one, don't I? Dr. Finkelstein, apparently. Now, we paid £25 for each one, but when you bear in mind the Funko Pops are actually £3 each, so that's like £72, and obviously you get them for 25 each. Now, this one here, the Harry Potter one, that's actually 2019's advent calendar, and I got that because Deb's mad on Harry Potter. She loves all that sort of stuff. The Nightmare Before Christmas one I got for me because I'm mad on Funko Pops. I love Funko Pops, I collect them, and this one will go with the collection of ones I've already got. But yeah, those are the ones we picked for this year. That one's mine, and that one is my wife Deb's. Yeah, sorry about the video quality. It was taken on a Sony Xperia. Normally we use Deb's Samsung Galaxy, but I use my Sony Xperia, and you can tell the difference. Her videos are the ones that I put for the unboxings and for the advent calendars. That one just was taken with my camera, which is a Sony Xperia. You can see the difference in the quality of the camera, definitely. But yeah, that was just a little intro basically, because I'd said about me advent calendars, but I hadn't said whose they were and why we got them. But yeah, Deb's mad on Harry Potter. She loves Harry Potter. She's got all the films. I bought them all on Blu-ray, and I'm mad on anything Funko. So mini Funkos, giant Funkos, small Funkos. I love Funko Pop. I love the Funko world, the original Funko world and everything. So yeah, that's why I wanted to show you that little video. Now my day today. I didn't get up early today. I got up about 9:30. Deb isn't sleeping too good at the moment. She's having a bit of trouble sleeping, so she didn't get up till way after me. Anyway, we did the vlog. We did the unboxings, as you can see, the advent calendars. And just as we were about to do the unboxings, the phone went, and we just had to wait for a minute until the phone disappeared. And then obviously left it. And I phoned back later. It was my sister just ringing up for a rattle, which happens, you know. Anyway, I'd forgotten that Liverpool were playing today away to Crystal Palace, and we were busy. We were really busy sorting stuff out in the house, getting this. We had to basically, we've taken the living room now and made it very Christmassy. We put the Christmas cushions on, we put the covers on, we put all that sort of stuff. So it does look really festive in there now, which is cool. Anyway, we did all that, and while that was going on, Liverpool were playing. Anyway, I came in, I forgot all about it for a minute, and then all of a sudden I got a beep on my phone to tell me that Liverpool had scored after 3 minutes. And I thought, all right, fair enough, yeah, way to go, we've scored early, nice and early at Selhurst Park. It's a good one, that. And then, after about 20 minutes, I was on again, and it said that it was edgy. You know, they had a shot, we had a shot, they had a shot, we had a shot, so I didn't know which way it was going to go. Anyway, I saw that we'd gotten 2-0 up through Mane, and then I saw that we'd gone 3-0 up. And I thought, this is good. Bobby had scored, you know, good old Bobby Firmino. He keeps scoring now, even though people say he doesn't score many. So we were 3-0 up at half time, and I thought nothing of it. Anyway, I came back on about 40 minutes later to find out that we were 6-0 up. And I sent a message to my sister, my nephew, and my other sister just to tell them that we were winning 6-0. And by the time I'd sent the message, it come through that we were 7-0 up. Well, I ain't seen Liverpool score 7 goals in the Premier League for a very long time, and I tell you what, it was an absolute battering by all accounts. But yeah, it was a fantastic result for Liverpool, that was today. You know, I'm well chuffed about it. People have been giving us a lot of grief, saying, oh, you know, you lost 7-2 to Aston Villa, and you know, you were only just 1 off last year. You won't do very good this year, and we're proving them wrong. We're proving them wrong because of all the injuries we've got and all that. You know, we're really, really proving them wrong, and it's good to see. Tonight's vlog is literally a throw together vlog. I'm not doing a lot on it at all tonight because I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. I don't know why, but suddenly I'm like dropping off sleep while I'm sitting at the computer. I've got some bits of housework to do, getting the Christmas linen all washed and everything, you know, all the blankets and throws and all that sort of stuff, so it's all done. The dog's blankets as well, bless her, because she's, you know, she's got her own dog Christmas doggy blankets and all that, and her bandanas. Of course, a lot of people like seeing the dog videos. I've got a few more of them to come. Deb's been recording quite a lot of stuff, and I'll put them on in one vlog, actually, and just call it the dog vlog, I think. Makes sense, doesn't it? But yeah, like I said, not done a lot today. Sorted out emails and stuff, and had a couple of notifications. One of my family members is ill at the moment. He's not doing too bad at the moment, but I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to put any embarrassment on the family or nothing. But he is ill, and he is actually more scared of going in hospital than he is of staying at home, because he knows what happened to my family members that have been in hospital, and the fact that, you know, it's more terrifying. It's bad when you're more scared to go in hospital than you are to stay at home. I think that's a sorry state of affairs. I really do. I really think it's a sorry state of affairs. Excuse me, itchy nose. Yeah, last night I was sorting out the TV guide quite late, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, while my video was processing, and I've basically been, excuse me, the light's gone a bit weird, there you go. I was going through the TV guide and taking what we were taping off the TV and putting it on the Virgin box, so we've got all the programmes recorded. And while I was doing it, a programme started playing in the background on UK Gold called Not Going Out. And it's something me and Deb have wanted watch for ages. You know, it's one of them series we'll get round to watching from the very, very beginning. And it was quite freaky, actually, because I was thinking about all those people who'd passed away and everything, and one of the programme that's on is a tribute to Bobby Ball. And just as I turned off the device back onto UK Gold, Bobby Ball came walking in, because obviously he plays Lee Mack's father, and he came walking in, and I couldn't believe it. I'd literally just finished putting that we were recording that programme on the Virgin TV box. And then he came walking through that door, and I thought, wow, that's just freaked me out a bit. That was a bit spooky. But yeah, that's what I was doing last night. I've also done a bit more on the Wasgage. As you can see behind me, I'll just lift up the box a bit. There you go, the Was Gidge is well and truly underway. It's a two-parter, like I said, there's 2 parts to it, so I'll be doing 1 part today, 1 part tomorrow, I think, because I'll finish this probably tonight, I'm not sure yet. With it only being 5 o'clock, it's very, very early. I'll either do my vlog or watch football, because there's some good French football on later. I like watching all the football. Speaking of that, by the way, I do like watching all my football. European football, I like watching. I used to like watching Italian Serie A on Channel 4 when it used to be on a Sunday afternoon. I used to love that. I used to look forward to every Sunday lunchtime, mate, getting ready to have my dinner and then bang, straight onto Football Italia. It was brilliant. Really was brilliant. And obviously they haven't got it now. Sky have got it, or 11 Sports or somebody, so I don't get to see that. But I do get to see French football, German football, some Portuguese football on Free Sports, obviously the Premier League, the Champions League, the Europa League. I get to see all these, all these games, and I love football. I will sit and watch football till the cows come home. I've watched back-to-back football matches for 8 hours before now, and I just love it, because I used to, as I've told you before, I used to be a player. I used to, not a player, I wasn't like a Premier League player, and no stupid like that. I used to enjoy a game of football with my mates. I weren't very good, but I used to enjoy a game, and I played with some brilliant players. Some of them players, I thought they could have gone on to have massive careers in football. Danny Orn, he was absolutely unreal on the ball. James Mayer, he was my best mate, and I tell you what, that guy could score goals for fun. He reminded me a bit like Michael Owen, to be honest, how he used to play. He was one of those players who could literally run you into the ground, and he could hit a ball from 40 yards and it would fly into the top corner. I used to have a right job stop shots when I was in goals against him. I didn't know where he was going to hit the ball, but yeah, he was a brilliant player. He was, James Mayer. He's a dad now. He's not much different in age than me. He's only about 4 years younger than me, I think, or 5 years younger than me. So obviously he's not football. His footballing career, shall we say, wouldn't be going now anyway. But yeah, he was a hell of a player. James Mayer was, I'll tell you, a real good footballer. But I used to run a football team as well. I used to run a local football team in Cobridge, and he was one of the star players in it, to be honest. I built the team around him, if you like. I knew he was always going to be my striker, and then I put midfield in around him and attacking another person just behind him as a number 9, like, because he was a number 10 or 11. He was a brilliant player, he really was. I think he could have had a massive future in football. I think if he did it all again, he might go in for be a Premier League proper professional footballer, because I think he could have made it. And Danny Orn's just the same. I mean, he could hit a ball like an absolute rocket. I saved one of his penalties once. It nearly put me in hospital. I literally got my body in the way of it when he hit it and saved this penalty. It literally bounced off me and went further behind him than it did when he hit it. And I tell you something, God, I thought my ribs were caved in. But I used to love football. I used to love all the physical sports, football, cricket and all that. I've never been a rugby player though. I can't do rugby, because you've got to be tough to do rugby. You've got to be sort of well built and stuff, and very, quick on your feet. Now, I definitely am not quick on my feet, never have been. And I certainly ain't built like a rugby player. I'm built more like a snooker player. And again, I used to love playing snooker and darts, as I've told you before, but I've had to give them up now. But I have got hobbies. I'm not one of these people who sits back and says, oh God, I've got nothing to do with my life, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather concentrate on what I can still do rather than what I can't do. It's a positive attitude, and a bit of advice to you. If you do find yourself, like with CMT or something like that, and you find yourself losing the ability to do certain things, do something else that you can do. I will keep doing jigsaws until my fingers don't let me pick up the pieces anymore. I will still do a bit of gaming until I can't hold the mouse anymore. I will still do all these things until I cannot do them anymore. And then once I can't do them anymore, I move on to something else. And that's the best attitude I can give you. Another thing I want to mention today is not morals as such. It's not more morals. It's more ethics, I suppose. Ethics. I've just seen the Prime Minister's announcement that the 4-day break over Christmas for the COVID thing has gone out the window now. It's only 1 day, and in the southeast it's no days, because they're in full lockdown. Now you've got people bitching and moaning and saying, oh no, it shouldn't be like that. We should have our 4-day break and all this kind of crap, right? I don't care if it's 1 day, 4 days, or a week. No, don't do it, because if I went up to my sisters on Christmas Day and said, right, Christmas Day, great, we can all get together, brilliant, 3 families, 3 different households, fantastic. And then a couple of weeks later, people start getting ill and they end up in hospital, and I'm not one of them. I'm going to feel guilty, because I'm going to think, have I given that? Because I won't know, will I? I won't know if it's me or any of the others. Any of the others could have passed it on. But I don't think it's worth the risk. I don't want to go up and see somebody on Christmas Day thinking, oh, well, I'll see him today because if they do die, this is the last Christmas. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have that attitude. But I also don't want to have the attitude where, oh, yeah, I'll definitely go up and see him. I'll go up and see him, no problem. No, I won't. I won't, mate. Not until the lockdown is fully lifted and not until I'm comfortable and the other people are comfortable with me going up there. Because I'm not gonna do that to my family. I'm not going to do it to my friends. Normally, we've got next doors, right, which is Tony and Michelle and Janet. His mum comes over for Christmas and New Year. And sometime over that Christmas and New Year period, Janet will come round here and we will have literally an afternoon of rattling, drinking tea and eating whatever we could eat, like biscuits, chocolate, mince pies, whatever's out, whatever's out, because it's a nice festive thing. And we go round there for an evening and just literally we just sit there talking crap completely, having a few Jack Daniels and Cokes, and just, whistling the night away, so to speak. A bit of Christmas music on in the background, the dog's going demented. Brilliant. Not this year. Not this year. And I wouldn't jeopardise them. I wouldn't jeopardise myself and I wouldn't jeopardise them. So I think it's a very good idea. But he shouldn't have done the one day. He should have done no days. He should have done no days. Because you imagine the most people that you're going to get in your house would probably be Christmas Day, if you're a big family. You would have everybody over for that big, massive Christmas meal, right? Now, I'm not saying that people will do this, but I've got a feeling they will. Where he says 3 households, right? 3 households, 1 bubble. I've got a feeling there's going to be houses around this country where there's 12 or 13 different households in one house. I bet you. And when you do that, you are multiplying the chances of getting ill and getting COVID by about 2,000%, I'd say. And the worrying thing is now, another thing I've just seen, is that they're having a meeting because it looks like there's another strain of the virus, which is even more mutated than the first one. And I just think that literally this earth of ours now is on a tipping edge over a cliff. And we've got 2 ways we can go. We can either try and steady it and level it back up over the cliff so that we've got an even keel, or we can go head first and take it straight off the end, and it'll be everybody gone, mate. Because once this virus mutates, then mutates again, then mutates again, suddenly there won't be a vaccine. There won't be no way of curing it. But you'll know that you had the chance to wipe it out by doing what the government asked you to do, by staying in, by social distancing, by wearing masks, and you'll look back and you'll go, oh, I wish we'd have done such and such. But 90% of the people I know, at least 90, maybe 95%, have stuck by the rules. Yeah, they've tweaked them a tiny little bit. Like, we did. I will be honest, I tweaked the rules a tiny little bit for my mum's funeral. Not for the actual service, because we abide by the rules. We did everything how we should have done. But we did go back my sister's. And there was about 12 or 13 people there. Now, luckily, after that, nobody came down ill. Nobody came down ill, because that was in September. And I think if we were going to come down ill, we'd have come down by now, So we're in December, and nobody's come down ill, so that's great. But I wouldn't take that risk again, because it was a risk. It was a massive risk. Deb's worried about me because of my health, with all my health problems and everything, that if I got it, it would literally wipe me out. And she's probably right. I don't know how it would react with my different conditions, what I've got. I've got different conditions. I don't know what it's going to do to them, There's nothing that puts me on the danger list, but there's nothing which puts me on the you're dead safe list either. So, yeah, I wouldn't take that risk again. So, yes, we will have Christmas, me and Deb and the dog, just us 3. We won't go up my sisters over Christmas or New Year at all to see them. We won't have them here to see us. But there's a marvellous thing now, isn't there? FaceTime, Skype, anything like that, WhatsApp. All you have to do is set up a video link between you and the person that you want to speak to, and it's as if you're there with them. You can do that. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it with Deb's mum and dad on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, depending on which one's easiest for them. Because with Deb's mum and dad, what Deb's mum and dad usually do, they usually go away for Christmas. They go to Scotland, coach trip, 4 days away and back down. This year's going to be different. And they've got to, obviously, they're staying in. So that means mum has got to cook a Christmas dinner, which means they're not going to have as much free time to talk on the internet, which is fair enough. I don't mind that. If they can't talk Christmas Day, we'll have an hour with them, an hour and a half with them on Boxing Day. We don't mind. I'm going to try and get my sister to do the same thing, and Paula, my sister Paula. I'm going to try and set up FaceTime on there. Not FaceTime, the other one. I can't think what the bloody hell it's called, you know. I keep saying Skype. But you've got Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, Google Hangouts. You've got all these different places where you can do all this sort of stuff. And there's no excuse for not doing it. And I'm going to see if I can do that with my sister. I'm also going to try to do it with my nephew, Oliver, as well. I want to see if he wants to do a little bit of FaceTime, so just so we can see him over Christmas. Because I know he's not off long over Christmas, because he works. He works nights in a warehouse. And we won't see him much, but I do want to see him over Christmas, you know. I still want to see him. Don't know what's going on with this light. It keeps flickering. Or is it my eyes that are flickering? Who knows? So, yeah, we want to see the family, but we don't want to see the family, you know. We don't want people to knock on the door and expect to come in. We don't want that. We just want them to have their Christmas their way. We have our Christmas our way, and we'll talk to you over Facebook. We'll talk to you over Messenger. We'll send virtual Christmas cards. If you don't want to send a Christmas card to me, that's fantastic. I don't mind that at all. You know, we will definitely have a Christmas. And that's what it's about. Have a Christmas now that okay, it might be quite solitary for you, or you might be thinking, oh, well, we normally have family. But I would rather do that this year, and then if next year it's all sorted out, mate, we can have a proper Christmas then. Or even celebrate it after Christmas and New Year, once we're into February, March, and maybe the lockdown might be lifted, and it might all go, I won't say back to normal, because it'll never be back to normal. I don't know whether people have realised that, but it's never going back to normal, whatever normal was. There's no chance. It can't do. It can't do. We've come too far for it to go back to normal. Things will always change from the year 2020. That's like a landmark year where, one, the planet started healing itself because we weren't allowed out, so there was no fumes and stuff all over the place. Cars weren't on the road, so it wasn't as bad, you know, for gases and all that, emissions. You know, this planet started healing itself. There was no idiots on the beach dropping plastic bottles all over the place, so they end up washed into the sea. So the sea ended up with hardly any plastic in it from this year. And when you think that it took a virus to get us to actually concentrate and say, no, hang on a minute, we're doing something wrong on this planet. It took something to wipe out thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, before we actually opened our eyes and could see properly. It's ridiculous, really, when you think about it. Yeah, I don't know with people, I just think they're strange. Anyway, coming up, last word. Now, one thing I do as a hobby, and also an interest, if you like, is surveys. I do a lot of surveys for different companies, and sometimes you just have to do normal surveys, sometimes you have to do video surveys, sometimes you have to watch adverts, and sometimes you get sent products to test. And they're all brilliant sites. Now, I have actually, over the years, I've had about 70 of these different sites, and I have whittled them down so I know which ones pay and which ones don't. I know which ones you can build up your money and then fork it out. Yet it might say you need £50 to cash out and you only get £1 a survey. But if you get £50 every 3 months, that means in 12 months you've got £200. Even if you got it every 6 months, that means by Christmas you've made £100 just off doing surveys through no what's it. And a lot of them, this is the good thing I like about them, a lot of them pay with Amazon vouchers. And I bought a lot of my stuff that's in this house, for me and for Deb, out of Amazon vouchers. This base unit that I'm working on, this Cyberpower gaming PC, I saved up all my vouchers off my different survey companies, and that was £830. And that took me, it only took me about a year to save up the vouchers. A year. That's all. That's all. And it's extra money, or extra vouchers, whatever. And bear in mind, Amazon sell absolutely everything from tin tacks to tractors. They sell the lot, mate. Anything you think you can possibly buy, you can buy on Amazon. And a lot of the time, the prices are good as well. And with us having Amazon Prime, if I order something today, I get it tomorrow. So I'm on a win-win situation. But if you're interested in doing surveys and you want any more information about surveys, drop me a line and I will literally email you all the companies I know that are good payers, that you will get the money from. Because take it from me, there are bad ones out there. I had one company that I joined in 2014. And in 2019, I just made enough to be paid out £5. I kid you not. Some of them only pay like 8p for 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I value my time more than that. I value my time, I really do. But there are some out there that pay you £1 for every 5 minutes. Well, bear in mind, that means if you do an hour survey, you're getting 12 quid. You know, 12 quid. I can't even get a job for 12 quid. Nobody will pay me 12 quid. But you don't get 60-minute surveys off them. You get like 4-minute surveys. You get 20-minute surveys, so you get 4 quid. Or you get 15-minute surveys, so you get 3 quid. But they give you £1 for every 5 minutes. And there's 3 or 4 of them. I actually do ones for different companies, like I say, all over the place. UK are the main ones. The main ones I want to do are UK. But I do some for foreign survey companies as well. But they do take United Kingdom representatives, you know, people who are willing to do the stuff. And they put questions in there to test you. Things like, when was the last time you had a day trip to Mars? Just to see if you're concentrating. You know, when was the last time you had to, what was the one I read the other day? It was dead funny. When was the last time you had a tea with Queen Victoria? And I thought these are clever questions, because how many people just go click, 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 click? I don't do that. The one thing I'll say about me is if I get a survey and it says, do you drive a car? I don't click yes just so I can be accepted. I put no, I ain't got a car. Have you been on holiday abroad? No, never. Right, you're not eligible. That's fine by me, but at least I'm being honest. And as long as you're honest with these companies, because they will find out, trust me, as long as you're honest with these companies, you can get yourself a decent income of Amazon vouchers, or cash if you prefer cash. I prefer Amazon vouchers because the vouchers, I'm not getting money, I'm not getting paid, I'm just getting vouchers. So, yeah, that's my last word today. Anybody interested in survey companies, send me a message. Leave a message underneath this vlog with your email address, and I'll send you the best links I can. So remember what was in the boxes today. In the Harry Potter Funko Pop, it was Neville Longbottom, which I think is a cool name. And in The Nightmare Before Christmas, it was Oogie Boogie in Hessian. So I'll do another vlog tomorrow. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye for now. Yeah, I'll show you some little bits here. Look, it is a Tholian web spinner. I know nothing about Star Trek, so you'll probably know more than I do, you people. You can see a lot of detail in it, as you can see. I'll show you how it attaches to its stand in a minute. I'll go around the back of it again, a bit more detail. Look, just pause it there a second so I can show you a bit more detail. So if I pause it there, whoops, hold on. Yeah, as you can see, there's the base. I'm just going to show you the Tholian web spinner in a bit more detail. Whoops, there you go. As you can see, quite a lot of detail on it actually. Try and turn it without dropping the thing, obviously. Yeah, Tholian web spinner. Hold it back there, I bet you might be able to get a better view. Don't know why it's jumping and stuttering, I've no idea. But yeah, that's the Tholian web spinner. And there it is, back on its stand. That is the Tholian web spinner. This is the other item that was in my Zbox, and it is a figure of Lorraine out of Back to the Future. You can see it and turn it around. Detail. Again, a bit like a Roblox figure, ain't it, really? Yeah, it's not a bad size actually. It's about, 3 inches maybe, 3.5 inches tall. And that was in my box as well, and that is Lorraine from Back to the Future.